Thank you so much, Kevin. I'd like to have someone else come up who has some amazing pictures of Randy that you're seeing on the video screens here. He's been a professional rock photographer for who knows how long, 30-some years now. I met the guy in the 80s, and he's the go-to guy. I mean, look at these beautiful photos that he took of Randy live. Capturing the energy is incredible. I know, you know, he's got stories of just that impact of seeing him play, and the admiration you've seen to people, to your photographs ever since. Please welcome to IES Rock Honors, it's Kevin Estrada.
I'm with you. I never had the privilege to meet Randy either, and but you know, he did touch my life. Growing up, you know, my band growing up was Van Halen. I was a huge Van Halen freak, and to me, you know, no one could touch Eddie Van Halen. You know, I thought he was, you know, like the Jimi Hendrix of our generation. There'd be no one else that could even get close to Eddie Van Halen, until one day I went to the Swing Auditorium in San Bernardino. It was Ozzy and Motorhead playing, and I had no idea who was in Ozzy's band. You know, it was just the guy from Black Sabbath has a band, and Motorhead's playing with him, and Motorhead was this band we read about in fanzines. So we went, and that actually is one of my photos. What I did was, the Swing Auditorium was kind of a haven for me because I didn't frisk very well, so I could smuggle my camera in when I was a little kid. So that was 81, yeah. So I was 14 when I did this. I would sneak my camera in the Swing Auditorium. Also, the floor was just general admission, so that was the haven. You know, if you get the camera in, you can get there early enough and get all the way up to the front, and that's one of the photos I got from that night. I think I got like 5 or 6 or 10 really good ones of Randy that night, and yeah, so that's kind of how I started my photo career, was smuggling my camera in and taking photos of my heroes. And that night, I remember at one point I started taking more photos of this blonde-haired guitarist than the singer, you know, who I went to go see, because there was something really charismatic about Randy, and there was some kind of magic about him, and it was really difficult to take your eyes off of him. And right away I noticed that the guitar solos that he would do were like nothing I had heard before, because, you know, Eddie Van Halen had this blues bass side to him, which made him special, I think, merging that blues with the heavy rock, and Randy had this classical side to him, which emerged with this heavy sound, and I'd never heard that before. And I remember the way home, my friends and I were in the back seat of our friend's car arguing who was better, you know, Eddie Van Halen or this new blonde-haired guy who we didn't even know what his name was. And then we did all this research and found out that he was in this band Quiet Riot, who played in Hollywood. And you know, I was too young to have seen Quiet Riot, but then, you know, we got the Japanese import records of Randy, and we started doing our homework on him. And then Diary of a Madman came out, and that's one of my photos, New Year's Eve at the Sports Arena.